So welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video. We are going to be talking a little bit more about eFootball, about the latest update that came out. I do apologize, like actual gameplay video wise this week, folks. It's probably not going to happen just because I am in the middle of moving and packing and, you know, time's of the essence. But once we're sorted, once we've officially moved, then bang, 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 we're going to get back to the content. But today, I did want to talk about the update because I'm seeing a lot of people complaining about this version 1.1 update that was released shortly ago. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm saying, not long ago. Now, I haven't played it a ton, I'll be honest with you. I haven't played it a ton. When I played offline, certainly better than online, but I did stream on Friday, and I don't know, it did feel a bit off. And the reason why I want to put this video out is because I want Konami to take note of these, because we have to give our feedback after every, you know, this was a fairly big update. You know, they put some work into it, and maintenance was down for days, and then they added a few new things to the game. But they've also kind of butchered the game itself. So I've gone over to Reddit. Oh, we all love Reddit. We know Reddit is the pinnacle of all pinnacles. But there are, you know, there are people on there that are posting stuff that's relevant, as well as KnightMD, and he has a few examples that I'm actually going to go over right now because, well, why not? Now, we know KnightMD likes to play on manual, like myself, but he plays on manual constantly online. I don't know how he does it, to be honest, because I'd be pulling my hair out. Trying to play people online on manual is a chore in itself, but when you've got the connection running against you and then the responsiveness as well, you know, it's even worse. But he had a prime thing here that he said, I have many examples of the horrific player switching, which is, you know, it's got worse for my review, but this is the worst. I pass back to my keeper to clear the ball, but the cursor switches to my last defender, who is much further away from the ball, costing me the whole game. Now, this was on June 6th, so this was after the update. And as you can see right here, he plays it back to the goalie, and, you know, by the time he reacts, you know, he's lost possession because he didn't want it to switch to that player. So he passes it back, and it switches to this player. Why on earth? You know, these are the little things, Konami, you've got to sort out. Why is it switching to this guy when he's just... I mean, you can see he's just passed back to the goalie. There. Right there. Back to the keeper. Should now switch. But it doesn't. It switches to the defender, and then it decides, oh, now we're going to switch to the goalie. And by the time it does that, the forwards nick the ball off him and put it in the back of the net. That's a really good example of how poorly implemented the switching has been. He also has this one here. In the very next match, it does it again, only this time it quickly fixed in time. Notice how the kits are too similar because devs went for a stylish kit selection screen instead of a functional one that shows the whole kit. So here was a bit of an example. Back to the goalie again. But you can see what it's doing is as soon as he passes it, right here, right? He's passed it. You can see where it's going. It's going back to the goalie. It still switches to the centre-back. That's a huge problem, a huge concern, and then this time it actually switches back. But there's no reason for the game to go, oh, let's switch to the centre-back when you've literally just passed to the goalie. So yeah, that was a let-off. What do we have here? Honestly, I can post examples of horrific player switching. Why would the engine switch to Hazard instead of Ronaldo, the player I worked so hard to manually aim the cross to? So let's have a look at this one. He whips the ball in. And yeah, once again, I don't know if this is a manual thing or is this just, you know, very, very groundbreaking when this happens in the middle of playing a football game. You know, initially it's gone to Ronaldo. All right, that's where you want it to go. He's put a good amount of power on the cross, and then it switches back to this player, and Ronaldo's gone, and then it misses everyone, and it goes across the face of the goal. So this is a big worry, folks, and I want to put these videos out because I need Konami to see these problems. This is going to ruin the gameplay for us, obviously, make it more infuriating to play. So there's that one. What do we have here? Here you can clearly see the shoot command pushed through, but the unresponsive Hazard takes these steps instead. The lack of responsiveness in the new divisions has nothing to do with online lag. All my players seem drunk and are taking forever to execute. So let's have a look. Yeah, just taking a fortnight to do anything, and it's you know, what's going on there? The ball comes down. He's pressed shoot right there. So as soon as that ball drops, the player should be striking the ball. But no, he just lost the plot. His brain's gone. Literally brain dead. Then the defender takes it and runs off. So those are some examples, and really good examples. And NightMD, good stuff, mate. Keep putting out some videos that Konami can see, folks. Tag Konami. Let them know that there are these problems. Then we move over to the likes of Reddit, which, as I said, is always good fun. We've got this guy here who said a bit of a rant. I'm playing eFootball since day one. I've been through all the phases. I've seen all the patches. But basically, I think the game now is the worst state that it's ever been in. The game is so unresponsive once again, which it doesn't make sense, folks, because on the patches, they said they'd fix the unresponsiveness. But has it been fixed? Because it doesn't seem like it, does it? It feels like I'm constantly playing on a 3 or 4 bar connection, which I never do because it's unplayable. Yeah, I never do it either. Always go 5 bar. My internet works perfectly fine, and I don't have any problems whatsoever on any other games. Now you have to think 2 steps in advance on what you're doing next because you can't react anymore to your opponent. It's more of a guessing game now, and don't get me wrong, I'm still winning most of my games, but it's so frustrating and absolutely not fun anymore. You know, and then there's people just commenting and obviously will agree because that's what's happening. The game's gone backwards. Here's an example. Let's have a look at this. Do we have better quality? 720? All right, well, we're going to go back to it. All right, here we go. So this guy's, yeah, I think what happens here is just players all over the shop. So he plays it to the right-hand side, has a shot on goal. Keeper saves it. The players are just unresponsive. One player's fallen down. He's fallen down. It's like Jack and Jill rolling down the hill. Another long ball out to no one. And, yeah, the game's just, I don't know. It's just gone backwards, isn't it? Which is very, very concerning. And then he scores on the other end. But it was more about this instance. The goalie makes the save. And then players all over the place. That's probably a penalty, not given. He's being knocked out. And then you've got down here, collisions and fouls are a mess. I mean, Konami. I don't understand it. And as I said, I played offline and I thought the game was all right, you know, against AI. But I didn't play enough. And then on Friday when I streamed, I did feel like the game felt a lot less responsive than it did initially, where the connection felt really solid. And I don't know what they've done. Here we go again. Konami have bought this horse go back a version. What has happened? My front line is busier than a cucumber in a woman's prison. Love it. But my defenders are so lazy they will lay on their side to take shite. Oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, I don't know what to say, folks. I want you guys to obviously let me know in the comments, and that's the point of this video. It's literally to tell Konami that whatever they've done with version 1.1, you've made a mess of it. And we're not happy about it. And then we've got stuff like this, which also cracks me up. Here we go. Meanwhile on Twitter, as if eFootball hadn't unrealistic squads enough, I wish Konami made 2 separately eFootball games, one for PES fans to play football, another for these kids and mobile players to play Pokemon cards. Because this guy literally said, I will come back to the game if only eFootball introduces powerful players like the icons. The current legendary cards are not good. Base cards are too powerful than then. Vieira, Kaká, Beckham have been reduced from hero to zero. Van Basten's lost his power and accuracy. I mean, really? I mean, I think they're pretty OP. I play with the legends and they all seem pretty fine. So this is what I mean. You've got people that want all the best players to be just literally God mode. And then there's plenty of other people that just want to play a good, solid football game. Which, you know, is gone backwards. Until further notice, version 1.1 ain't good for my well-being. And this is it. Everyone is saying that the game is not looking good. What happened? Here we go again. What happened to first touches in the new update? Before the update, I was really enjoying the game. Gameplay was fun to play. Now I have played a few matches online and offline, and the touches the players take seem so heavy. The game feels a lot worse because of this. Am I going crazy, or is anyone else feeling the same? And it's the same here. They reduced the responsiveness to accommodate whales and mobile users. I mean, maybe this is it. Now it could be changing, folks, because we didn't have the mobile version before. And now the mobile version's come out, the new updates come out. Have they had to do something with the mobile version to accommodate, you know, the console? And if that's the case, well, that's not good news at all, because we're just going to keep going backwards. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. You know, tackles from behind. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what that was. Bit of a mess. I think it was the player right here, as you can see. It's that stumbling animation that's always been in the game, and it's a pain in the hole. No one likes to see a player start stumbling, because once they get into that animation, you can't do anything. It's locked in. That will concede you goals, that will concede you a lot of different things. So, that's about it, folks. I'm going to leave it there. I just wanted to put this out because I think Konami need to know that version 1.1 is not looking great, and I don't know what you've done with it. So, care to explain yourself? But let me know below, folks. How are you feeling about the game? I haven't played it a lot, but I'm just going off what people have been showing and my streaming session on Friday, although I didn't play very well. But, yeah. You know, fix this. More problems. Problems galore. Anyway, we'll be back shortly, folks. Until next time, subscribe for more. Let me know your thoughts. And I'll see you in the next one.